Couples who have moved in together, what surprised you most about living with a male/female? Apparently the cat I raised, since she was a kitten, and loved more than life itself, is more than willing to abandon me, and love someone else much more in a blink of an eye. Take turns feeding it. Cats are very receptive to who is feeding them. My father feeds the cats, and they spend more time with him. When I visit my parents I spend time feeding them, and they orbit me more, to the point where my father has mentioned how the cats are happy I'm here. No. I mean, yes, maybe, I don't know, but more importantly they're happy I give them food. Same when my sister visits them and feeds the cats. I feed the cat, boyfriend gets the cuddles. If you and your partner are in different rooms, one of them will randomly decide to just check in by opening the door, smile and then going back to their separate room. Then leaving the D9 or open. The what? After living with him for 4 years, I opened a drawer of his dresser, and it was empty. All of it. Apparently he thought it was my extra dresser. He doesn't use a dresser. Clothes get washed and put into a clean clothes hamper. He puts socks and underwear in his bedside table. Now I'm wondering what other furniture in our house is empty. I suppose I could just buy a basket and put it under my clean clothes pile. Calm down there, too much change can be dangerous. Learning that there's a wrong way to fold towels apparently. My fiance doesn't get upset about folding towels, but she did inherit a towel problem from her grandma. Decorative towels. In the kitchen and in the bathroom there are pretty towels with quotes and stuff. I hate it. What a useful item to put on display. It is literally meant to be wiped with, and we aren't supposed to touch them. I have ruined so many of my wife's, she doesn't even buy them anymore. I'm a mechanic and don't even think about it half the time. So now we've limited our decorative ones for holidays. It's a good compromise. Dogs. I have been described as a dog Nazi. All my dogs are extremely well trained. I expect all dog to have been taught the basic commands. My husband is the opposite, he doesn't mind unruly dogs. He love it when the dogs bum rush him at the door and jump up into his arms. We have big dogs. It has taken over 10 years for us to find a balance between control and anarchy in regards to our pets. I need an obedient dog. My partner's dog doesn't know how to sit or heel. I can never believe it. He peed in the sink. That's all. My husband will take the dog for a wee out back before bed, and I'm pretty sure he pees off the edge of the deck in solidarity, or maybe just to remind the dog it's his house. My fiancé once told me that peeing off high places is a natural instinct for men. Whoever pees the highest wins. That's the game, he said. If Neil Armstrong pissed on the moon when he was there, he would have been knighted when he got here. How different our versions of "clean" are. Yes, my husband is far cleaner than I am. I'm totally fine with a mess. It's something we are still working on after living with each other for 12 years. My wife and I are weird. She can't stand clutter, but things can be gross. I'm fine with clutter, but gross things must be bleached to death. It actually works out though. She picks up my clutter, and I scrub the most disgusting stuff. Yes, my husband can't do clutter, and I can't degross. He'll clean up my dirty socks all day, but I'm the one who cleans the bathtub. I was told that we would start arguing and being miserable. It ended up feeling like a super awesome constant sleepover. Don't let people scare you into not moving in with a significant other, if that is what you both want. I remember moving into my first share house and there was a couple living there. One day we were all in the kitchen and she spilled some rice. I had never been in a relationship, yet in my immediate reaction was, oh shit, here comes the anger, yelling and heated arguing. Instead they laughed and cleaned up together. It was eye-opening to see that normal people don't explode into argument over little things. My first major relationship was abusive. When I realized I could make mistakes and not get yelled at or hit, it was like my world changed. My husband and I make mistakes all the time and we laugh and move on. I've never been happier. That your partner may follow you around the house just because. Please stop following me. I'm not following you. Then what did you come in this room to do? I don't have to explain myself to you. You're not my supervisor. She's good at playing Tetris and very organized. I was living with my parents since I traveled for work and only made it home 1 or 2 weekends a month. She moved in with me at my parents' house. We had one room to store stuff. My bedroom, we bought things we'd need when we moved out. When we saw a deal too good to pass up and she stored them, I realized she was good. When we had to make 4 trips to get all our stuff out, 4 trips, this girl had boxes inside boxes inside boxes. She utilized every inch available in our room to stack items. We just bought a house and still have some boxes left to unpack. I will call her at work and say something like, hey, do you remember that blue paper clip I like to use? I can't find it. She will tell me which room, which box, what container, and what is beside it, just in case I still can't find it. The hair, man. It gets everywhere. RIP the shower drain. And the sink. And the fucking vacuum cleaner. I can rebuild a vacuum cleaner now. This was a skill I never needed until I moved in, platonically, with 2 girls who had waist-length hair. Week later my vacuum died, and I found what appeared to be a small animal choking the roller brush to death. You keep pulling hair out of the bag like it's handkerchiefs coming out of a clown's pocket. I once pulled Chewbacca out of the bathroom sink. Edit. Thanks for the silver. Only once. It's a bi-weekly ritual in my house. And it's always my wife and daughters telling me that the drains are clogged and I need to do something about it. Though look, none of my short hairs seem to be a part of these clogs. Why is it that I'm the one cleaning the drains? My vacuum beat a bar too. I need to cut whole wigs out once or twice a month. I have burned up so many vacuum belts because of that. I always cut the hair out of those after every single vacuuming now. A lot of it's been mentioned. Bobby pins everywhere. Hair everywhere. She was not a clean person. I did the cleaning. But one thing that hasn't been mentioned is just the sheer amount accessories that she had. Tons of makeup and beauty products. A vanity full of it. Plus more. Lots of clothes. Tons of clothes she didn't wear. I need to get bobby pins. Out. No you're not. Go to literally any spot of the house and look down. The clothes thing bothers me more than anything, tbh. The whole closet is her clothes. All but one drawer of the dresser is her clothes. Her favorite thing to wear? My shirts. My wife straight up ganks my shirts. I have started buying extra, so we can each have one. There are shirts that are technically mine, that I have never worn. The true shock for me was the sheer amount of time my husband spends in the lavatory. Prior to the invention of smartphones, many of us kept a small library of bathroom reading material for just this reason. Edit. My pre-2008 preferred reading list. The Far Side. Calvin and Hobbes. The Economist. Edit #2. Based upon all the replies, I've come to the conclusion that somewhere in this world there is a chemical engineer who was inspired by reading the names of chemical compounds on the back of shampoo bottles while pooping. Edit #3. It appears that much of the world's premier innovators in energy, the environment, biomedicine, electronics, food production, and materials are inspired poopers. How often I'd be helping her find her car keys. Eventually, I put up a hook that I was able to get her in the habit of using. Made me tear up a little at the time, but a couple weeks after we split I remember getting a text from her that said I miss being able to find my keys. If it makes you feel better, I put one up a year ago and my fiance still won't use it. Ah crap, I lost my keys. Ah geez, I sure wish I had put something on the wall for that. How specific I have to be when giving instructions to do something. Like instead of saying wash the sheets I have to say wash and dry the sheets and pillowcases and put new sheets on the bed. Edit. Thanks for the silver and for all those saying he's dumb / a child I should leave him. I have 4 brothers and all but one would have done the exact same thing he did. I was hoping he would at least put the sheets in the dryer too, but whatever, wet sheets aren't the end of the world. This is exactly what it is like being a programmer. The classic joke is a wife tells her husband, a programmer, go to the store and buy a loaf of bread, and if they have eggs, get a dozen. The husband drives to the store and comes back with 12 loaves of bread. What the hell is this? The wife asks. They had eggs, the programmer replied. I always knew women went through TP faster than men, but I never knew how much faster they did. It got to the point I'd just grab a pack of TP whenever I went to the store for any reason. We may not be out at home, but we will be soon, I reckoned, and I was never wrong about that. You are supposed to get the giant mega pack of like 36 rolls. I didn't know people bought 4 packs, except to travel with. I always thought of women as tidy and organized. That was until I moved in with one. I swear I spent 20 minutes a day helping so tidy up the mess she creates in the first hour every morning. Then another 10 minutes every day searching for brushes, hairbands, makeup, clothes, etc. Oh yes, my boyfriend always remarks on how much mess I can make just in the process of doing my makeup and finding an outfit. As a guy, here's how I find my outfit for the day. Step 1. Open the closet and take out 1 pair of jeans and 1 shirt. There is no step 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.